How's it going? My name is Jacob Suweiner. I own Outreach Gurus, and I help digital agency owners book more meetings with their ideal clients and grow their business. So I'm making this video to teach you a few things. Number one, I want to go over what are agency partnerships and how can they help you grow. And number two, I'm going to show you how you can write a really good outreach email, a cold outreach email to the owners of similar digital agencies, so people who have the same client base as you, and how you can reach out to them, get on the phone with them, and form a really good partnership that's going to be mutually beneficial. But if you're not doing agency partnerships already, they're huge. They're one of the biggest sources of leads for my agency, 200 SEO, when I was doing link outreach. And the reason why is because you can benefit from them twofold. So first of all, let's say you get on the phone with an agency owner and you go after, if you're a content marketing agency, you'd want to go after people that have the same kinds of clients. So people who want content marketing also probably need web development. They need general SEO. They probably need link building. They're going to want a lot of other things, maybe even PPC. They want digital marketing. So you can go after bigger digital marketing firms or agencies that have the same kind of clients, but they're kind of past you in terms of scale. So if your minimum monthly retainer that you take on might be $3,000 a month, they might be doing $10,000 a month, right? So they're not going to want to work with a client who only has a budget for $3,000 a month. However, they probably get a lot of people in their pipeline that can't afford them. So what do? They say, well, sorry, Joe Schmo, your budget is too small to work with us. However, I know a guy who can take care of you for, your price. So I'm going to send you down the road and he'll take care of you. So basically, you're getting inbound leads just by forming relationships with other agency owners, and you might give them a 10% referral or something like that. And the same goes if you get a client you can't handle that's way too big for you, you can send them to your partner and they'll be happy too. It's reciprocity. Another way you can make money with agency partnerships is by actually white labeling your services. So if you do content marketing and you just do content marketing and they do a lot of other stuff in the digital marketing realm, it would be really beneficial for them to say, charge their clients $3,000 a month for content marketing. They pay you $2,000 a month, whatever it is. They white label your services. And then just by forming one relationship with one agency, you can sell your services to all of their clients. So if they're doing full service like PPC, web design, stuff like that, and they're kind of lacking in content marketing, you can have them ask their clients, hey, you probably need some content marketing. Do you want us to take care of that for you too? So then they charge all their clients. So instead of just getting one client, by forming a strategic partnership, you're getting around 4 or 5, maybe more customers at one time. Now that that's said, I want to go in and show you the script that I use. This is just for one person. And this is actually, this email script if I go back to my mail merge tool here, this outreach script got a response rate of 18% and an open rate of 64%, but it's not over yet. I still have one more email in the sequence, so I'm probably going to break 20% response rate and I actually hit over 70% open rate. Ideally, you want to shoot for 80% open rate and at least a 20% response rate, and a 4 to 5% meeting book rate is usually good. So for every 100 sends, you're getting 5 meetings on the calendar. But anyway, I'm going to go through the framework of this email, and then I'm going to actually show you the script and the template you can use. So this is, hi, Ben, and then I use a personalized first line. So if you don't know who Alex Berman is, he's really smart. He's the one who I learned this from. But basically, adding a personalized custom first sentence or a few sentences to an email does a lot of cool things. So this is super important. If you're not adding these to your outreach emails, I highly recommend it. It is more expensive if you're outsourcing it, and if you're doing it yourself, it is going to take more time. However, when you do it right, you're basically going to increase your open rates, increase your response rates, increase your meeting book rates by at least 10%. It's 10x, 10 times what you're getting now. So this is going to do a few things. Number one, the reason why you want to use the personalized first line is because people care about themselves more than they care about anyone else or anything else at the end of the day. And that's kind of messed up to say, maybe to some of you, but it's the truth. That's why people care more about a pimple on their forehead than some sort of disaster, natural disaster somewhere around the world. Obviously, that's sad, but we're so used to all of these terrible things happening, we just kind of brush them off. But when something bad happens to us, we really feel it. So that just kind of proves that people care about themselves. So if you go up to someone, you say, hi, my name is this, I work for this company, we do this, me, nothing about them, and they don't even know who you are, they're not going to care. So by opening with a personalized compliment off the bat, you're really kind of getting yourself in there, and you're making them like you more, you're building some rapport. And it's going to make them continue reading instead of immediately hitting delete. The second reason why you want to use a first line is because it's the second thing they see before they open your email. And if your emails are not getting opened, they're not going to get responses, nor are they going to get meetings on the calendar. So using the first line is super important because the first thing they see is the subject line in an inbox. However, they also see the beginning of the first line of your email. So if it starts out with like, hi, I represent this company, and they don't even know who you are, they're probably not going to open it. But if it starts out with a personalized compliment and a really good first line, they're way more likely to open the email and actually get back to you. So I said, hi, Ben. Love the fact that you found your niche and honed in on your expertise with Drupal. Great that you have a number of different options for your clients, such as packages and tiers of pricing, or a comprehensive book as well. So notice that the whole thing is all about him. I said, you right here, your, you. I didn't even use I myself. I didn't use any first person pronouns at all. The only time that I will use I is in a first line is in the second sentence if I'm relating to them. But I try to use I as little as possible because that makes the email very me-centric, and you want to make it all about you. So if you're not getting a lot of responses to your emails, look at them and try and think, is this about me or is this about them? But the next sentence, I did introduce myself so that he would know who I am. So I said, my name is Jacob, and I help website owners increase their authority with managed white hat link outreach campaigns. So one sentence, who I am, what I do, who I help, right? And the reason that I'm writing this email to him is writing this to him is so that he knows who I am. And this obviously matches his client base. So he's serving people who are website owners, and he knows that his clients want my service. So that's why I added this. Next, I added a relevant case study to this email. So you want to find a case study that is very similar to the niche that you're emailing. So if you're emailing digital agency owners, you want to use a relevant case study that you've referenced some work you've done with people who are similar to your target. So because I was emailing a digital agency owner, I cited a case study of some work I did for a digital agency, and I actually had a really good result because I got them a guest post on Webris, which, if you're not familiar with SEO, is one of the biggest SEO agencies in terms of, I guess, presence online. Ryan Stewart has a big course called the Blueprint Training, and he has backlinks and has worked with people like Brian Dean from Backlinko, Neil Patel, Ahrefs, Moz, Search Engine Land, and Authority Hackers. So those are all big names in the industry, and I knew that when I sent this email to people who follow these kinds of these giant monsters, they're the giants of the industry. So I knew that by name dropping what I've done, it would build my credibility. So I said, recently worked with Rankings.io to help them land a guest post on Webris, an SEO agency that's been featured on Backlinko, Neil Patel, Ahrefs, Moz, Search Engine Land, Authority Hackers, and more. Would love to help your clients get links from authorities in their space too. Are you open to discussing a partnership? Thanks. And then my email signature. So I can make a whole video on email sigs, but basically you want to have your name, your title, your company, your address, your phone number, your email, your website, and even your LinkedIn. So the reason why I use this structure is because you want to make yourself look as real as possible. I don't have a profile picture in my signature anymore because a lot of email clients will actually like block an image even in the signature, if it's not from a trusted sender. And when you're emailing someone cold, a lot of the clients will block that. It can also trigger spam, I've noticed. So I don't include my profile picture in the signature, but having your profile picture does increase response rates because then they can associate a name with your face, a face with a name. So I do recommend adding your profile picture to your actual Gmail account so that when they open your email, they'll see your face, read the email. And yeah, so to summarize, you have the guy's first name, a nice easy opener. You don't have to say dear or howdy or like anything like that. Just say hi or hey. Then you can say, love the fact, the first line, a personalized compliment with the first line, make it all about them. One sentence, who you are, what you do, who you serve. A relevant case study in their niche, call out the work you've done in one sentence and how it's relevant, and then offer to do the same thing for them and see if they're interested in forming a partnership. And lastly, make sure you end with a question mark. This is the call to action right here. You'd be surprised how many emails don't end with a call to action. By ending with a question mark, you are basically prompting them to respond to the email, which is going to make it a lot more likely that you're going to get a response, as opposed to not ending with a question mark, and it's going to lower your response rates. So this is my framework for an agency partnership email. Basically, make sure your targets are good and write this kind of template, and you'll be good to go.